This is Crystal again. Today I'm going to show you how to make this cute and fluffy furry handbag. It's super simple and great for beginners, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we're ready to start. I am going to be using a 6.5 millimeter hook, if you can see that. For the fact that this fur is kind of bulky on its own, but I like to add the same color of a regular 4-ply yarn with it. It's a lot easier to maneuver that way. You don't have to do that, but it is a lot easier, and it does make it thicker, so that's why I'm using a bigger needle. So we're going to start off with a slip knot around the fingers, and I apologize if you can't see that well because of this furry yarn, but I'll do the best that I can. Go through here, pull tight, and then we'll stick our needle into the hook, pull it tight on the hook. This stuff isn't the easiest to work with, but it is really cool when it's finished. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a chain of 26. So start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. Okay. Once you get your chain of 26, we are going to single crochet in the second stitch from the hook. So right here, here's 1 and this is a 2. So we're going to stick it through. Make sure you get through the 4-ply yarn and the fur yarn, and grab it, bring it through, and go through both loops. So that's 1 single crochet. And we're going to do 1 single crochet for the remainder of the chain. So we'll go to the next one. It is a little hard to see, but it's worth it in the end. And do another single. And another single. All the way to the end. And you should have a total of 25 single crochets at the end. So I'll meet you back up in just 1 second. Okay, I'm coming up on my last single crochet. Okay, now what we want to do after this is we're going to work kind of in a round. So we're going to go the same stitch we just went in, but we're going to go on the back of it. So we're going to turn it. We're going to go into the same stitch that we just went in like this and do a single crochet in that same stitch, but on the back side. So these are all the single crochets you just did. So we just flipped it and we're going to work in the back. So we did 1 there. Kind of look through all this fur. And we're going to go to the next one. If I can find it here. Okay. And do another one. That. So what it is just making a big round like this. Like starting here, and you're just going to follow it around. This is how we're going to continually work. Just around. With single crochets. It's a really easy bag. If you can get past the part of not being able to see very well because it's so furry. Okay, so you just want to put 1 single crochet in the back of the round. All the way down. There. Okay, and I'll meet you back up in a minute. Okay, I made it back around, and what you want to do is you want to count your stitches all the way around, and when you get to the end, you should have 50. And then on your 50th stitch, you want to put a stitch marker, because I'm just going to keep working in a continual round. So each time I get to the stitch marker, I'll move it back up because I know that'll be my beginning. So I always use a piece of yarn. That's what's easiest for me. So I just stick it in here. And then I am going to do single crochet, and I'm going to know that next time around that's my beginning, that's my 50th stitch. So now we're going to want to go and we're going to want to do single crochet all the way around again, one in each stitch around. Just like this. All the way back up to your stitch marker. And I'll meet you right back there in a minute. Okay, I'm coming back up to my stitch marker. Okay, this is my stitch marker stitch. So I'm going to want to take it out. Oh, sorry about that. Put it right back up behind this stitch. And then continue around again. Oh, make sure you go through. And continue around like you did previously. Hopefully this fur don't give you as much trouble as it's given me. It's being quite contrary tonight. But it's still really cool. It's one of my favorite yarns to use, is the furry yarn. Okay, then you just continue around. And you want to keep doing that all the way around to the stitch marker, move it up, continue around. And you're want to do it until you're like so thick, and then we'll do a color change. I'll continue to go around and I'll let you know how many rows I did. Okay. Okay. I went ahead and did 10 complete rounds of single crochet. Now if you want your purse all one color, by all means you just keep going to as high as you want. But I'm using 4 colors, so I'm going to do 10 rounds of each color. Now I'm going to go ahead and switch colors, show you how to do that. And don't worry about the stitch count too much. I said 50, but if you're missing a few, you have a few extra, it's okay. That's what's great about this furry yarn. If you make mistakes, no one's going to see it through this massive amount of fur, and that's all you can see. So it's great. So I came out to my stitch marker, and I'm going to go ahead and take it out. I'm going to grab my black yarn here. Okay, I'm going to go through like I'm going to do a single crochet. And I'm going to go ahead and pull my pink through, so I have 2 loops on my hook. But right there, instead of pulling the pink, I'm going to start the black, and I'm going to pull the black through, like that. Then I'm going to put my stitch marker back in. Okay. And then I'm going to do single crochet in the next spot to lock it down, black. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clip this pink yarn off because we're not going to need it anymore. Okay. And I'll probably hide these tails as I go underneath the single crochets. You got your stitch marker back in. Okay, and then you're want to continue with single crochets all the way around to your stitch marker for a total of 10 rounds of your next color. Now I'm going to keep doing that, and then I'm gonna switch off my colors. I'm going to do red next and silver next, but you do whatever you want. All one color is fine. Do it for as tall as you want, but I'm going to do 4 sets of 10 rounds of single crochet. And for this set I used about half a ball of the fur yarn. So if you're going to do it all one color, you're going to need two balls at least to finish it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and continue around. Do my 10 rounds of this, and I'm going to switch colors again. 10 rounds of that one, and then I'm going to switch colors. And then when you get to the height that you want, we'll meet back up, and I will show you how to do the handles. I'm coming up to my stitch marker. And this will complete my 10 rounds of 4 different colors, so for a total of 40 rounds. Okay, when I get to my stitch marker, I want to slip stitch to finish it off. Okay, got my marker. And that's it. Just want to sew in these tails if we have any room here. Just run this back a little bit. That'd be good. My scissors aren't very good. Okay, and there's that. Nice and furry. Okay, let's start on the handles. Okay, on these handles we're going to need 4 stitch markers. I just use this yarn here. Okay, what we're going to do is at the corner, we need a total of 14 stitches here between. So, I got 1 left on the end, so I'm going to count that as 1. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on this side. Put in a stitch marker. And then from the stitch next to that one, we're going to count another 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put in another marker. Should be 14 in between. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, move my stitch marker up 1 more. Okay. There's 14 in between there, and we're going to do the same on the other side. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Okay, get what color you're going to use for your handles. Okay, I'm just going to start it over here on this side somewhere. Okay. Start it, chain 1. Go back into that same spot and do a single crochet. Okay, and then we're going to do a single crochet all the way around. Just go ahead and go on top of these stitch markers. So we'll just do one all the way around, and just ignoring the stitch markers till the next round. Okay, I'm going to go all the way around, and I will meet back up with you. Okay, I'm coming up to my last single crochet. Okay, and then we're just going to slip stitch into that first one. Chain 1 to lock. Okay, now we're going to do another crochet, single crochet in that same spot. And then we're going to do a single crochet all the way up to the stitch marker. So, okay, you're going to do it into the one with the stitch marker, single crochet, and go ahead and move it. And then you're going to do a chain of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And you're just going to skip all these, stretch this chain over to your next stitch marker, and do a single crochet. And take out that marker. So you have a look something like that. This is going to form your handle. And then you continue around with single crochets to the next stitch marker. I have my 9-month-old baby behind me in his playpen, so if you hear any monkey business, you know where that's coming from. Okay, you want to single crochet into the one with the stitch marker. Oops. Go ahead and move it because you're not going to need that anymore. And you're going to want to chain 12 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And again, you just want to stretch that chain over to your last stitch marker and single crochet into that spot. Move that marker, and then you have another one of these handle spots. Camera a little bit. Okay, and then single crochet in the remaining stitches. Back to your beginning slip stitch, slip in that spot again. At this spot though, after you do the slip, if you want to put a marker there just to remember, you can. If not, if you can keep track on your own, that's fine. And then single crochet back in that spot to lock that marker in. I lose count easy, that's why I usually use markers. Okay, and then we want to go ahead and single crochet. What we're going to do is single crochet all the way around, and even we're going to single crochet even on the chain, back around and then back to the other chain. What we're doing is just forming our handles. Sorry if you have trouble seeing with this black yarn. Okay, we're out to our chain, and we're just gonna single crochet through every chain space on the chain, Should be 12 single crochets along the chain. It's my dog scratching at the door. Okay, and you make it off the chain, and then you just continue to single crochet around. And then when you get on this side, what you're going to do is you're going to just continue and single crochet up this chain again, the other chain, back around to your starting place. If you put a stitch marker there, you want to slip stitch into it, and then single crochet in the same spot, and then you want to go around again, and then probably one more time after that, for a total of 3 rows of single crochet on top of this chain space. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you back up and we'll see what it looks like from there. Okay, on the handle I told you to go ahead and do 3 rows on top of the chain, but I went ahead and did 5. You could do more if you want, but I did 5. Thought it needed a little bit more. And that's it. That's the bag. Easy enough. I went ahead and added this purse chain on it. In case you didn't want to carry it by the handles, you could just carry it on your shoulder. I got this online at Amazon. It's really nice. And don't forget to post any pictures if you decide to make this bag. I'd love to see it. And please, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you could be inboxed whenever I put up new tutorials. I plan on putting a lot more up on purses and bags. And thanks for watching. Have a good day.